What is the first question that comes to your mind when you look at a sex worker? We always think why she is there. Sex worker is a woman first and foremost. She has her own different rights. She has her own different needs. And she lives in a community which has a very high stigma regarding the very profession they are into. Sex work cannot be seen in isolation. It's the only source of income for a woman who is being deserted by her husband, by her family, and by the society. Every sex worker sees sex work as a profession that has helped her to give food, nutrition, dress, and safety to her children. So first, the priority for a sex worker would be to, as an individually understand that the work she does is not stigma for herself. Because if she thinks that it is a stigma for herself, she will never come out in the open to access services. So when we initiated the formation of support groups, they felt that every trade or every work has a risk factor similar to a sex worker. Sex worker cannot talk about the risk factors because of the stigma attached. So there was a need for the sex workers to understand that yes, every trade has a risk, but I need to talk about it, and then it also gives them an opportunity to come together to fight against it, or to at least present these kind of issues in front of the other general community, which is undermining or which doesn't even want to talk about the sex worker as a woman. So when we talk about sex workers coming out of their profession, we always say that there are many opportunities available in the society. She could start a shop, she could sell vegetables, she could find a job in any office as an office assistant or anything. Even though she wants to come back, the society doesn't want her to come back. How many of us want to accept a sex worker coming back from her profession and say, fine, this was a sex worker earlier, but she has a future, let her live comfortably? That's not the way the society looks at it. We always blame at her past and say, oh, she was a sex worker, now she turns out to be like a good woman. So this is a question which every sex worker asks herself, the way the society will look at me when I come back.